Can you hear me? Good. Dave, pick a number between 1 or 2. 1 it is. Okay. This is the 5th place playoff. We have Dave Fink from Tucson, Arizona versus Luis Cordova Jr. from Juarez. 1 game to 25 to win by 2 points. Score is 0, serve 0.
And you heard the score there from our referee as the WPH Race4Eight Final Sunday is underway. This is the 5th place final between Dave Fink and Luis Cordova.
Hand off. 0, serve 0.
Referee is Stephen Cooney. He just lost
Short
the
ball.
9th place final.
Second serve.
Against John Iglesias. Missing out on a couple ranking points, but still had a fairly good return to the Race4Eight Professional Tour. Dave Fink, Tucson, Arizona. Luis Cordova, local hometown favorite, lives just down the street here, and this is his home club. He's already scored a couple quickies
seen it good.
against Dave Fink here.
Point. 1, serve 0.
A side out and now a point. Big setup for Fink. And he puts it away, side out. 1 game to 25, win by 2.
0, serves 1. Point. 1, serves 1. Point. 2, serves 1. Hold on. Sorry.
Luis frustrated with himself, pointing his
two,
fingers
serves
toward
one.
his brain, telling him to think.
Short ball. Second serve.
That's going to be very difficult to get back, and Fink is unable to do so.
Hand off. Scores 1, serves 2.
Another strange, unorthodox
Hand off.
miss there for
Scores 2, serves 1.
Luis.
Point. Scores 3, serves 1. Point. Scores 4, serves 1.
You see that replay there as Fink just slides that ball right down the right wall, and now he's scoring points in bunches here.
Point. 5, serves 1.
This is for 5th place. Big back wall setup has Luis pinned. Dave goes to the right side. Luis knows it, but Dave hits it in the perfect spot, threads the needle.
Timeout. It's your first
gets the
timeout.
point and
Scores
a
6, serves 1.
Timeout here from Luis Cordova. We appreciate the fact that you tuned in to this live broadcast of the WPH Race4Eight Professional Handball Tour of 2017 and 18. This is the 7th season. And stop number 1, we're at Rec, Atlanta. We were here probably about 5 years ago. I believe that was season 6. That was during the USHA 4-wall master doubles event where we collabed. That was a fun tournament, but a little different this year. Where it's been all about the pros and the locals getting together and doing clinics and a lot of fun off-court stuff as well as I hear. It's one of those real hometown feels for a tournament.
Time. Resuming play, the score is 6 serves 1. Point. 7 serves 1.
After being down 0-1. Dave Fink has scored 7 straight here, looking to make it 8.
Replay.
That is played over.
Same score, 7 serves 1. Replay.
Ooh, that's tough.
No, it wasn't passing.
Yeah, that was I tend to agree with Fink on that.
Seven serves 1. Point. 8 serves 1. Point. 9 serves 1.
This is a one-game match to 25. You have to win by 2. Dave is just rolling right now. He said he felt great this morning.
30-second timeout.
And there's a 30-second timeout.
There's no 30s? Okay.
30-second timeouts are in the best 2 out of 3 to 15 format, not in the 1 game to 25. There's 3 full timeouts here. Also, on a 30-second timeout, you can't leave the court.
Yep. 30 seconds. Twenty seconds. 10. Okay, resuming play. The score is 10 serves 1.
Luis is just almost automatic from that revolving door into that right corner.
1 serves 10. Short ball. Second serve.
Now Cordova talking to himself here. Nice pass right there from Dave Fink. Something he couldn't do against Luis's brother yesterday in the quarterfinals. Couldn't seem to pass the ball to get Cordova out of the front court.
You stood directly behind him.
Wish the referees would call that
11
a little bit more, stating that the player stood behind the other player and put himself out of position. That's why he's not going to give him the replay. You don't see referees standing up to that very often.
Hand off. 1 serves 11.
It's a good serve right there.
Point.
That's the first time
serves 11.
Cordova has scored in the last 15 minutes or so. A little bit of congestion, maybe a little bit of contact, but Dave sticks with it, hits that left corner stiletto kill, left to front, side out, 11-2 is the score here. That should be a big setup for Dave. That was not the best shot you've ever seen Luis hit.
Point. 12 serves 2.
There'll be a 3-minute break at 15, and that might happen sooner than later.
Point. 13 serves 2. Hand off. 2 serves 13. Point. 3 serves 13. Hand off. 13 serves 3.
Dave thought about going down there, but didn't quite pull the trigger.
Hand off. 3 serves 13. Replay. Three serves 13. Short ball, second serve. Thirteen serves 3.
13-3, Dave Fink serving here, going to 25. This is for 5th place. Fink looks really good today, executing his shots where he wasn't doing so yesterday.
14 serves 3.
And since they go into a 3-minute mandatory break when the 15th point is scored.
Serve 14.
So they call that half point.
Point. 4
when
serves
Dave Fink
14.
was serving. 4-13 though. Luis is still in the server's box and he's scoring points now.
You seen a slide? I didn't see a slide, so it's a point. 5 serves 14. Replay.
Luis hit that ball right back at himself. Dave had nowhere to go.
5 serves 14.
5-14 here.
Second serve. Point. 6 serves 14. Second serve. First ball. Okay, resuming play. The score is 6, serves 14. Replay. 6 serves 14.
Little towel timeout here. And a side out. Fink trying to get that last point. Seems to be impossible to do, to get that 15th point to force halftime sometimes. Fink had a 14-2 lead. Now sees the margin between his big lead and what Luis had 15 minutes ago narrowed just a tad. Can't quite put him away.
Scores 14, serves 6.
4 unanswered points for Luis Cordova here. And Fink's 15th point is now put on hold.
Handoff. 6, serve 14. Serve 6. Point. 3 minutes.
There it is, 15th point finally scored by Dave Fink. 15-6. We'll have the second half coming up in 3 minutes. We want you to stay close for that here. Race 4-8 continues. The 5th place final between Luis Cordova and David Fink will be up as the conclusion of that next. And then after that, the men's final. Stick around. More handball next at race4eight.com. We are back in here for the second half of this men's 5th place final between Dave Fink and Luis Cordova. Cordova gets the first serve here. As Luis Cordova is starting to narrow the gap just a little bit between himself and Dave Fink. 8-15 is the score here going to 25, win by 2. Men's finals coming up after this 5th place final.
Hand off. 15 serves 8.
Nice dig right there from Luis. Dave down to one knee. Luis still keeps this rally going. Dave flips the ball to the front. Big setup for Luis. Dave down to one knee. Swings, misses. And a side out. Amazing replay right there as both players really lighting it up. The gallery is able to watch the replay as well on the big screen. It's amazing play.
Score is 8 serves 15. Replay. Eight serves 15.
8 to 15 here. As Luis starting to score a few points against Dave. As we're going to welcome in Marcos Chavez into the booth here. Marcos, who took 8th place in this tournament. Marcos.
And off.
What's up, Dave?
Welcome
15
to the
serves 8.
broadcast booth.
I saw you multitasking. I thought maybe I
was
could help you out a little bit.
I was trying to, and then some of that got disrupted. Players standing in front of me, so I can't take pictures. You know how it is.
Yeah. I would have been here a little earlier, but Mondo was getting prepped for his match at the hotel.
That massage and fingernails done and all that stuff?
Yeah, Vic gave him a rub down and loosened him up. Coach Vic.
Scores 8 serves 15.
Vic Perez is kind of the team mom. Remember when you're in Little League, you always had that team mom that bring the bubble gum and get everything coordinated? Well, that's Vic.
Yeah, he finds out where we're going to go eat for the night. And
Point.
we're Team Vic.
9 serves 15.
Less work for us, the better. Well, he's still kind of the rookie of our group. Luis Cordova doing pretty good here right now.
Yet he's got a higher ranking than you.
Point.
Does he?
Yeah, but he
10
still
serves
is the rookie
15.
and still has to carry the bags and all that. Not for long with the way you're playing.
Thank you.
I think you're only just a hair away from him, and I'm talking.
Serves 15.
You just beat him in this tournament, and I can't wait to see what the rankings look like after this event, because you could pass him.
I think I might have passed him the way he's talking.
Point. 15 serves 11.
We're going to Marie Callender's tonight.
Short ball.
He was like, "You're buying tonight." I said,
Delta,
okay.
going flying Delta Airlines.
Second serve.
You know, the last 2 weeks he didn't really play much, so I
That was
think
a miss hit.
before Vegas he was playing
And
maybe a
off.
little outdoors, and then Vegas
11
came
serves
and
15.
he couldn't play with scheduling of work, so I can see why he might have been a little off.
Well, they have clubs all
Point.
over California that
12
have
serves 15.
24-hour openings,
ball.
so I'm not buying his excuse.
Second serve.
Yeah.
Set up here for Dave Fink. Down the middle. Little hop on it. Confuses Luis Cordova,
And off.
who started off really slow here. Was
15
down.
serves 12.
He was down 2-14. Luis Cordova was. The score is now 15-12 in
Second
favor of
serve.
Dave Fink. So Dave's only scored one out of the last, 10 points, 11 points?
Yeah. He seems like he's stuck right now. He's going to have to get a point somewhere. Cordova really pushing him around the court. But Fink comes out of that 15-point halftime break saying that he's back, that he felt really good. So I don't know what's going on now. He must not be feeling too hot.
It was going into the corner. It was 50-50. You know, I have to give the benefit of the doubt.
I think that ball was going to make it. I don't even think it's a question, is it?
No, it looked good from here.
I like when the player has a back turn, but they feel from the pain, which way the pain's running, that they go, well, that ball wouldn't have made it.
Serves 12.
Probably right. I think the player
Short
probably
ball.
would know.
Yeah.
I find it funny in Major League Baseball when a runner is going from home plate to first, and they say that they beat out the throw. As a runner, you can feel when your foot hits the bag, and you can also hear the ball hit the glove, and they're always wrong.
Like
100% of the time wrong.
Like Puig yesterday.
It's not even close. Yeah, check it. Check it. Yeah, no.
17
He
serves
points
12.
he points to the coach saying, check the review.
Yeah, and it's not even close.
And he walks back with his head down.
It's like, out of all the people that would know, it would be you. And why are you telling them to challenge? And there's a timeout being called by Dave Fink here.
It's your first timeout. The score is 18 serves 12.
He made those 2 points. That was good.
I'm assuming now that you watched a little MLB playoffs last night.
Yeah,
I know that you're a Dodger
that.
fan.
I was falling asleep too, at the same time. I was tired last night. But it was a great game with the scoring, the pitching. Arizona wasn't letting up. They kept coming back little by little.
No, the way they started the game, it looked like Arizona was going to win just based off of that first inning and how Rich Hill looked. And then Dodgers fought back, home field advantage there, and the crowd was going nuts.
Yeah.
And, you know, you and I have been to that ballpark.
Yeah, that was fun.
And that atmosphere was great. But this, I could only imagine just how crazy it must have been yesterday at Chavez Ravine.
Yeah, it was packed that day that we went.
It was.
It was really loud.
I couldn't even tell you who played that day. That's how packed it was.
Yeah, the Dodgers
I know
played.
the Dodgers were in town.
I think we were having too much fun.
Who did they play?
All you can
Toronto?
eat, remember?
Was it the Blue Jays? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
The pavilions were sitting. All you can eat.
Replay.
Great. Don't bring Fat Kevin with you when you go to an all-you-can-eat pavilion.
All of a sudden, he forgot about his diet.
I've never seen anybody come back with 8 nacho chips, and we only had 6 people with us.
Ball.
Got Kevin and TJ yesterday drinking tamarindo margaritas.
Nice. That should be a setup.
Oh, Dave, right on top of it. You got to put that ball down.
That's a guy that anticipated that power.
Yeah.
And turned it right back around and
serves 12.
hit it perfect. 19-12 going to 25, win by 2.
Oh, that was a flop right there. Great recovery.
What was Fink trying to do with that underhand shot? It's like he swung through it and the ball just feathered out of his fingers or went through his fingers almost.
Flopped it a little there.
I think that's one part where Dave could have improved his game over the years, has been more creative up front. He goes for, you know, that kill shot dead center, and then he's spot on that when it's working. But in a situation where he was right there trying to do that, I think slide the ball down the left wall and he mishit it.
Resuming
I think
play.
he could have done. He can do a lot of things
19.
there, like a punch fist or take pace off, hit it 3 feet high down the right wall.
Yeah, that would help him. That would be a good shot. But he has such a great kill from behind.
The dotted line,
the
right?
Dotted line,
right.
yeah. Side front shots, nice angles. He's really good at that. And he's hitting above his hip. He's swinging above his hip when he shoots those many times. He throws a top spin on it and ball stays down.
13 serves 19.
Luis is not going away here. He was once down by 12. Now he's down by 6. He's been as close as 2 since that 12 deficit.
Replay.
Luis could be a little bit more offensive-minded here as well.
Show me the other side. They seem dry. Okay, change your gloves. 2 minutes.
This will be 3 minutes.
And you have to take off 4 sets of gloves.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is.
Well, now with this new ball, I think he's gone down to only one liner instead of 2. I think he was actually 2 gloves, 1 liner, and now he's down to 1 glove, 1 liner.
Well, if the ball was really good, you'd play with no gloves. Tell me about the final here. We have Killian Carroll and your buddy Mondo Ortiz. I believe Mondo's a little bit more confident after watching Killian play Sean last night, because Sean had a lot of missed opportunities and still was within just a nice little small run of at least forcing a tiebreaker. And I think a lot of people out here in the gallery felt that Sean should have, or could have won, I should say, not should have, but could have won last night based off of the way he was playing, but then those weird misses that he had that could have given him some points. So I think Mondo got some strength off that.
Yeah, I was watching from up top, and I think it landed up being around 13-13 where they tied each other. But Sean had missed a couple of great opportunities to, advance and win the game. But I believe Mondo, after that when he played Emmett, started pumping in that service box. I mean, ever since then, in this tournament,
it's been a different Mondo.
It's been a different Mondo. And, I told him just to keep confident and stay focused. And last night, he didn't want to go out. He wanted to stay in. And he was just kind of really concentrating. He got up this morning super early. I didn't say anything to him. And he's really pumped for this one. He has a really great chance. I could see Killian, he's been missing a little too.
Right.
He might be a little off. First pro stop of the season. I know he usually takes the whole summer off. So
resuming play. The score
I think Mondo has
serves 19.
Has it in his favor a little here.
Yeah, I think you can say if the same Killian showed up from last night and the same Mondo from
short ball,
what we saw midway through that Peugeot match,
second serve,
shows up, then we've got some fireworks. Doesn't mean that Mondo is going to win, but it could be very close.
Yeah, even that first game with the Cordova, he played really good. And
oh yeah, right.
I mean, that second game he got tired towards the end, but that happens, and I just hope he doesn't get tired in the match.
Well, I don't see how anybody couldn't against Killian, who seems to get every ball back.
All right, Vic Perez leaving.
Well, there goes your team mother. Your team mother's leaving, and
my mom's leaving for the weekend.
When team mom leaves, does that mean you leave as well, or?
Oh no.
Do you get your packs of bubble gum before she leaves?
He handed us the keys. She handed us the key to the car, and off she goes.
Gave you the big purse that's full of all the stuff.
Yeah.
Point. 14 serves 19.
Set up here. I mean, he didn't really do much with it, but he kind of got away with that one. Nice shot to Dave.
And off. 19 serves 14.
Big setup here. Fink going to go to the right side. Goes over the top. That was a strange bounce off the back wall even. Popped up just a little bit.
Yeah, has a little power on that.
Point.
I've been noticing that with this ball.
14.
It pops up just a little.
Well, on this court, I've seen some crazy pop-ups as well.
That front
pop
wall.
up on the front wall and then pop up off the back wall.
And off. 14 serves 20.
Luis staying in the game here. He's not giving up.
And off.
He's making it hard for Fink.
Serves 14.
I think these players get up against Dave Fink. I know that you do, Marcus, when you play, and
Second serve.
a lot of them, know that he's one of the announcers and he's going to be talking about them. And it's sort of like an application, a resume. I'm not saying that that's how you do it when you play him, but I've talked to players saying, hey, I'm going to show him that I'm better than what he said I was when we played, even though I don't think Dave ever slights people in the live broadcast. But
Point. 21, serve 14.
I love playing Dave for a different reason. First of all, he used to be my brother all the time. And then I love trying to beat him,
Point.
of course.
22,
and then
serve 14.
have him start yelling. Or it's very I love it. I love when he gets upset, starts talking to himself. Reminds me of John Libby back in the days when I used to play him to get prepared to go qualify.
Timeout. That's your second timeout. Okay. Score is 14, serve 22.
you heard the referee there say timeout, and Dave said that he was going to change his shirt. I don't think the referee's going to disagree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave seems like he's getting tired, so asking for a timeout and a shirt change, so I think that kind of goes in Cordova's advantage, though, lets him rest as well. Sometimes, you make the wrong timeout calls and yeah. I'd like to say hi to Tom Kopp from Owen Gloves. He called this morning wishing luck to Mondo Ortiz. Mondo really appreciated it. They had a little talk this morning.
Score is 15, serves 22.
Tom always keeping up with us, making sure we're doing well.
Yeah, you're right. I have it down here. Okay, the score is 14, serves 22.
Can you try to get a hold of Emmett or anybody that's on, like Emmett and Vic, and just...
Great shot from Fink. Great timeout call.
Hand off. 22, serves 14.
He's only 3 points away from finishing this.
Second serve.
Every time it seems like Fink gets close here, Luis Cordova just starts edging back. Here's a huge setup.
Yeah, Cordova needs to get off 15 right now. Get a few points, at least to get a little run going. To get Dave a little nervous, but that's not going to happen.
That's a crazy shot that Dave has mastered.
Yeah, the Nadal
23,
right.
serves 14.
Kill.
Like you're playing on clay and you're sliding out of bounds.
There you go. Game point here. Match point, I believe.
Point. 24, serves 14.
Wow.
Luis says, not now.
Yeah, he just barely kind of got his hand on that, seemed like. He'll take it, though, that's for sure. Right now, he's in some trouble. He's got to really pull deep.
Hand off. 14, serves 24.
Dave all over his kills. Not letting him do one thing. Nice pass shot from Dave.
Hand off. 24,
Match
possible
point.
game point, serves 14. Point, game.
Finishes
There it is.
when
Game,
he
guys.
tops it.
Dave Fink wins 5th place. In Atlanta, Georgia, we have the men's final coming up right around the corner. I want to thank you, Marcos, for stepping in. We're going to enjoy that one. I know you'll be courtside as the coach for Armando Ortiz as Killian Carroll and Mondo in about 10 minutes from now. Stick around. More action here at race4eight.com.